Hi everyone, this is Andy. Welcome to the Scout Skills channel. In this series, we're going to do Scout knots. Hi everybody, welcome back to Scout Skills. Today, we're going to show you how to tie the Taut-Line hitch. A Taut-Line hitch is used most often when we want to take a rope from, say, a tent or a tarp or a dining fly and tie it down to a stake. We want to have an adjustable loop, but a loop that will hold its position so that we don't have to keep on messing with it. We're going to tie the Taut-Line hitch, and we're going to tie it in a very similar way to the two half hitches. So as before, we're going to go left to right, come back, give yourself some space away from whatever it is you're tying to, and just like the two half hitches, we're going to loop around our finger, give it a pinch between our thumb and first finger there in our left hand, and we're going to tuck underneath once, then go around the same way again inside that loop for a second time. Then, just as in the two half hitches, I'm going to come out here, go around my finger one more time, tuck that tag end under, and put a half hitch on the outside of the knot and cinch that down. So what I've got is I came around, did a loop, did another loop, came outside, secured it with a half hitch. Now I've got a knot that gives me an open loop on a tent stake or whatever, and I can adjust it to make it a little bit tighter if I need to, or adjust it if I need to make it looser. All I do is grab a hold of that knot, pull the rope through this way or pull it through that way. I can make this line as loose or as tight as I want to. Now to untie the Taut-Line hitch, I just pop that half hitch off and unwrap it. Okay, let's do that one more time. Go around my object, probably my stake that I stake into the ground. I'm going to come back maybe 6 inches or a foot, get myself, probably 6 inches of rope beyond where I'm holding it here. I'm going to come around my index finger, make a first loop, make a second loop. Both of those loops are on the inside of this big loop. Come back, just as in two half hitches, tie a half hitch to secure the knot. There's my two half hitches. Untying it is just as easy. The next thing you might ask is, can I make it slippery? Sure you can. Just tie it the same way. Leave yourself a little bit more rope than you did before to give yourself enough room to make that loop at the end. Tuck it twice through the inside of the loop, come back around, but this time instead of pulling through the tag end, I just pull that bite through, cinch it up. There's my Taut-Line hitch with a slippery end that I can untie just by doing that. There's one important variation of the Taut-Line hitch, and it's commonly called the Midshipmen Hitch. The Midshipmen Hitch was actually the hitch that was in the Boy Scout handbook long before the Taut-Line hitch was there. They still called it by the Taut-Line hitch, but it's somewhat different and it's a bit more secure, so I wanted to show you that. As before, left to right around whatever it is, your stake or whatever that you're tying the Taut-Line hitch to. I take my first turn on the inside just as before, except now my second turn, instead of just looping inside here, I'm going to make sure I come on top of the first loop and get my second loop in there with a crossing turn. So let me see if I can zoom in on that. So there is a crossing turn, and if I leave it just like that, that is what is called an awning hitch. So the regular TautLine hitch, those loops would be side by side, okay, right here. In the Midshipmen's Hitch, the Midshipmen's Hitch has that crossing turn right there, and then I pull it back through the loop a second time. That gives me an awning hitch, and then I tie it off with a half hitch on the outside. Now this is a bit more secure than a TautLine hitch, and that is the way the Boy Scout handbook used to teach the TautLine hitch, and we now call that the Midshipmen's Hitch, or maybe it was called the Midshipmen's Hitch originally, but I do have a Boy Scout handbook, I believe it's from the 1950s, that shows this method for tying the TautLine hitch. Thanks for watching. Next time we're going to learn the sheet bend. That's all for this time. Check below for links to the other Scout Knot videos in this series. Also, click the thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more videos on the Scout Skills channel. Thanks for watching, and remember, always go prepared.